Welcome to this edition of Now You Know. I'm Daniel Seberg in New York. Well, gold chains, rolled up jeans, owning a rodent. Sometimes these seemingly small things can deem a guy totally undateable. So if you're a single guy who isn't sure what's going wrong exactly, then maybe you need to listen to our next guests. Joining us now to talk about their new book, Undateable, is Ellen Rakuten and Ann Coyle. Ladies, thanks so much for being here today. And I must admit, I'm a little nervous because I feel like I'm going to be scrutinized or something.
You're perfect.
No.
You can't see the rolled up jeans. You can't see the rolled up jeans right now.
No, you're perfect.
All right. Well, this is a pretty funny book.
Thank you.
For many guys out there, it's probably a useful book as well, although they may not be the ones who pick it up. Maybe their girlfriend or friend picks it up for them. Where did the idea come from exactly?
Really quickly, the idea came from, I'm a TV producer, been working for Oprah Winfrey for the last 23 years, was one of the first married producers, and all these young women would come into my office on Mondays telling me about their dating horror stories. And I was like, no, you can't go out with the guy again who says he won't pay on the first date. In comes Ann, my best friend.
I had been married and then started dating again, so I had gone back out into the field and had lots of stories to share.
So we decided, there's a lot of books out there that tell women what they're doing wrong, and this really is a love letter to men. We're not men bashing, we give lots of help, and it's also become like a real kind of community for women because everybody has an undateable. It's like everybody, last week somebody came up to me and said, oh, I was on a date and he was OTBing. Okay, that would be off-chuck betting, and the date sort of didn't go so well. So it's, it's for men, obviously. There's lots of advice. It's really funny. My husband reads it every night, and every guy we know.
It's like a little game.
It's a field guide. Ann calls it a field guide.
It is a field guide.
So it's a mix of professional and personal experience. There are 311 things. I get the feeling this might be volume one.
An emergency number in New York.
Yeah, okay, an emergency number in New York for guys who need help. Now, there's a rating system in the book. I like the red flag, storm cloud. Can you walk me through this a little bit?
Sure. Red flag is a minor offense. It's something that can be easily fixed. It's something maybe you're not crazy about, but it doesn't mean that, the date's over.
Right, like my husband had bad shoes on date one, and we could fix that. Every girl loves a makeover.
The storm cloud is the next level, and sort of like storm clouds on the horizon, you think that there might be trouble brewing. The next one is not getting any, which means that someone's done something that makes you say ew or gross, and you don't want to have sex with them. And the last one is the kiss of death, which is just a vile, you cannot go on, and you need to leave the date right away.
All right, well, can you give me maybe an example of an ultimate kiss of death that you came across?
Ellen?
Well, an ultimate kiss of death, I would say, would be leopard bikini brief underwear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now that seems like a no-brainer, but maybe
No, you'd be surprised.
All right.
You'd be surprised. And I think there's other ones. Obviously, having a pet name for your in that area.
Yep.
Right.
Some vulgar talk. There's some kids.
I think there's something called a skullet, which is a bald head with hair, long hair. The hair that you do have is long. That's a kiss of death.
Okay, well let's walk through some of these. You mentioned the skullet. Now let's get into jorts, which I'm pretty sure I've never worn jorts, but I know what they are.
Yay! Well, you're probably like the only one.
Right.
It's that unfortunate cross between a jean and a short. A jean was meant to be to your ankle, and a short was meant to be to your knee. And our advice
is, it's like a bad mating. It's like when two people get together and produce something.
Yeah, bad combination. And the fact is that just get even Justin Timberlake, who's really cute and rich, can't pull them off. And so just get a flat front khaki, easy, breezy. You don't have to spend a lot of money. They're just kind of and they're old. Move on.
All right. Well, let's keep with the wearable department here with socks. Now, are tube socks a total deal breaker here? There seems to be there's a practical use for tube socks at times.
I mean, if you're Kobe Bryant, live it up.
Right. They're just bad. They're silly, and you can buy them. We say you can buy them in a 20-pack, and don't, because one pair is already too many.
Yeah, I mean, look at them. I mean, there's nothing that's
well, there's
sexy.
Also the whole athletic wear with regular shoes is sort of
I mean, if I could
problem.
defend some guys here, I think it may be partly because their feet sweat a little bit. You know what I mean?
There's plenty of socks to get that aren't a tube. Okay, that's like a Catholic girl uniform knee sock.
Right.
It's not. It's a knee sock. A guy in a knee sock. You take off your pants and you're about to do it, and it's a date, and it's like, oh, you have a knee sock on. Not attractive.
Okay, well, we're talking. So we've gone over some things that guys wear, and now we're going to talk about things that guys don't wear.
Right.
Turn off, no shirt. That's just a no-no. Anytime,
No.
even in the middle of summer,
No,
hot day.
so the beach is fine. Just stay for the beach, the shower, or your bed.
Yeah, you know, make an effort. Put a shirt on. Be civilized.
Yeah, I mean, you do see guys walking. You know, we live in a city where there's just guys walking down the street without a shirt on. It's like, really? Or riding their bike, really? Okay, I get like Matthew McConaughey can pull it off, but you know, like just it's.
But he's usually at the beach.
Yeah, he's
so
usually
that's
at the
why he
beach.
can do it.
All right, so when you did mention the skullet a little while ago.
Yeah.
I think I might have rocked the skullet back in high school at some point. That's number 97.
No,
if
well,
I'm
you have to be bald on top to have a skullet.
Okay, so I had something else then, like the shaved faux hawk sort of. Okay.
Oh.
I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. The Ben Franklin, is that the
Well,
one?
there's two. That Ben Franklin.
That's
which-
a skullet.
That's a skullet.
Okay.
That's a skullet, which is, you know, really. See, we say this. Confidence and swagger can overcome pretty much anything. You know, we're not that judgmental. We're here to give you some tips. You know, we want to just help. But, you know, that is sort of kind of feels desperate. And we'd say if you're losing your hair, see Ed Harris. He has done it gracefully.
Just go bald.
Just go bald.
Is
Jean-Luc
perfectly
Picard.
fine.
All right.
Exactly.
We just have a few seconds left. Any tips for someone who wants to make over a guy who's guilty of these things?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Guys are totally
First
willing.
of all, buy the book. Buy the book. It'll be a great talking point. You can read it together.
And every guy that I know says at some point in their life they stop buying their own stuff and their girlfriends or wives do it anyway. So just a little shopping trip.
All right, so have some fun with it in the end.
Have fun.
Right, exactly.
All right, well, Ellen and
exactly.
Ann, thanks so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you for having us.
And you can pick up a copy of Undateable in stores now. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Now You Know. I'm Daniel Seberg in New York. Thanks so much for watching.
ABC News Now. Good to know.